Hi, Dad.
Jaxson.
I've dragged you on here to thank you.
That's right.
My sleep is...
You're looking good.
I feel good, yeah.
Skin's all cleared up. You're looking shiny.
Yeah, no pimples. And
Great. You lost some water and everything.
Yeah. I'm feeling like $1 million.
Yeah,
it's
that's good.
I just wanted to follow up on my sleep. So my sleep's fixed itself, pretty much. I feel like normal, like a normal person again, and my skin and whatever. But now I'm like, I feel severely...
Well, tell me about your sleep first.
Oh, my sleep first?
So, bring everyone up to date, because it's been a real problem for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, so we did that video the other week talking about it, and in my life, I've always fallen on the easy path a little bit with things. So I was like almost ready to go to the doctors, get sleeping tablets, but we all know what path that kind of goes down. I was getting like 3 hours of sleep a night. I couldn't think straight. I couldn't focus on work. My training was declining because of it. This was like for the last 8 to 10 months, I reckon. Just like I'd have maybe one good night's sleep, but a good night's sleep was like 4 hours. I was like bed at 2 a.m., 1:30, up at 6 to work. And that was just the norm for me. And I always knew the saunas, or I've sort of tried the saunas a little bit, but trying for me was like 10 minutes, oh, it's too hot, and then go away. And then we did the video asking about it, and you said just do the 10-minute saunas. Like now, like I sleep like a baby, like a full baby.
And what's your sleep regime now, just to help people understand what you've implemented?
Well, now, so I just do my normal day. I train, take the dogs for a walk, whatever, and then I'll come home, have dinner, then around 8:30 have a sauna, but on every second night I'll do the red light bed as well. But I only do 15 minutes of the red light bed, and then that's at about 6, and then I'll go in and do whatever I do at night, whether that be what I don't have like a strict no lights, no phone, whatever. But it's like I'll just do my normal thing, like work a bit, and then red light bed, go back in, watch a movie or something. Hits about 8:30ish. Like last night was a bit later because I came back from Sydney, but it hits 8:30 and I go have the sauna. I did 15 minutes, and then I did 18 minutes, and then I did 18 minutes a few more times, and then I did 20. Last night I did 25 minutes. And I do that, come and sit out in the cold for like 10 minutes. I have a cold shower, straight after, like straight in the cold shower, wash my body, sit out in the cold for 10, 15 minutes, and then go lay in bed, chuck something on the TV and drift off.
There you go.
Yeah, about 10 minutes. And I always test it because before I'd be laying down like this with my eyes closed, and I'd open my eyes and it's like they're peaked open. Like this was before I couldn't, like my brain wouldn't turn off, but now I go like this and it's like, and as soon as I feel my eyes closing, I'm like, yes, I'm tired. And then boom, straight to sleep. Maybe 10 minutes of like switching positions or whatever, or 5 minutes. But yeah, it's like completely changed.
Because the Steinwades do lean on the side of ADD as well, don't we?
Yeah, big time. Like can't turn your brain off.
So we do struggle with that side of it. Okay, and then you wanted to get on here to ask me about
hydration. So
what makes you want to ask that?
My wee's very dark, and water hasn't been the biggest thing for me. And I know water doesn't hydrate you necessarily, but I'll just scull as much water as I can, and then boom, like I'm done. But my wee's very dark, and my mouth's been very dry, and I think it's because
your lips are still dry.
My lips are dry. Yeah, I think it's from the sauna because I'm excreting so much sweat and water and whatever, and not replenishing it properly. So I still feel okay. Like I don't feel like it's sort of tired some days or whatever. But now in the back of my head, I'm going, oh, I'm really dehydrated. I'm not sure what to do. And I drink a lot of water in the day, like probably 4 bottles at work and throughout the day and whatever at the gym and stuff. But I still feel like it's not enough because even Liv goes, your wee is really dark. And so there's obviously something going on there that I need to fix up. So I need to, where do I go from here?
Well, I think it's really good what you're doing because you're working through it in your way. You're not trying to do, what I say or Tommy says or Mick says. It's the next piece of the puzzle for you, which is really important if you're going to make it your system, because you're doing it. Even though you've taken a while to get to this point, I always say people won't change until they're ready. But hydration, I've learned, is one of the most important things in overall health. So sleep is great, but if you're dehydrated as well, you'll actually have trouble sleeping, and you'll have trouble doing lots of things. So I've learnt from Tommy about hydration. I've learnt from Mick about lots of different things, but more hydration points from Tommy. And you know that I was thinking the other day, that how I go to the face, Dolce Vita, like the face place.
Yeah.
I went there once and the doctor guy there said, "Oh, your skin's really dry. You should put Provilo in." And this new thing that came out. And I'm like, okay, all right, I did. That's that.
We did a video on it, yeah.
But now I look at it and I think that's craziness, because hydration comes from the inside out, not from the outside in. You can put things like, I put a special face formula on my face from Tommy, and I put coconut oil on my skin on every morning, because Tommy said that. My skin is 1,000,000 times better than what it used to be, but a lot of it has become because of hydration. So there's a couple of things I think you need to look at is your minerals. I do think the next step for you is a magnesium regime, because you need magnesium, potassium, sodium. There's one more I can't think of right now, but it's like those, that they're absolutely key for overall health, hydration, everything working well. Your mineral intake, you don't get that from water. You know, water is a diuretic. So if you drink too much water, you'll actually it'll just go through you. So it's something that you need to be careful of. One of the things that I've trained myself to do, which Tommy taught me to, because I never used to, I used to drink a bottle of water in 1 minute, in 1 second, is sipping. So you got to sip all the way through the day. So, and what I've learnt now is you got to absorb the water. So if you're just drinking normal water, that's fine, but sip it. And that's, a sip to me is 1 mouthful, but you got to have it all the time. And when you sip it, you don't do 1,000 wheeze in the day.
Yeah.
You do maybe 1 or 2. And even at night, I might do 1 wee a night. Whereas when I was dehydrated, I used to do like 6.
Yeah.
So my body's working way better. Tommy says to drink 10 glasses of water a day. That's about where it's at. And I only drink water. So caffeine is another thing that's going to dehydrate you. That's one of the reasons I don't drink it. One of. It constricts your blood flow in your brain. So it does a whole lot of things, but it dehydrates you, it ages you, it does all that sort of stuff. So that's just a no-go zone. That's up to you whether you want to stop it or not. I'd highly recommend that you do, but up to you. Alcohol, as you know, no good just in general, but alcohol's another thing. You're going to be dehydrated the next day if you have a few beers at night. I know you don't drink during the week or whatever, but you do sometimes with your friends.
Yeah, it's become a lot less frequent now. Like now I'm not really super excited. I've sort of said to myself I'm going to wait till the end of the year, not to kind of save it all up and blow up, but I know when it's hot and beach and stuff, right now there's not real much point.
So you're saunaing every day.
Yeah.
So this is good and bad. I do it, but I've got myself to a point where I'm managing it right. So I like saunaing every day because you're a bit like me. Once you get in the routine, it becomes, you feel a bit weird if you don't.
Yeah.
People say 4 saunas a week is good, but I do 7. But I take a litre of coconut water in, Tommy's advice, coconut water in, and I sip it the whole time. So I drink most of it, sometimes all of it. Sometimes I might get to almost finished. But the whole time I'm sipping that, because you're pushing out about 3 litres of fluid. So on top of that, you're training, you're working, you might be stressing about something, you might be doing this, you might have an argument with someone. All of this takes fuel, it takes energy. So water is a huge part of your energy system. Your organs have got to function really well. So the foods that you eat too, I eat a lot of vegetables now. I never used to. So all of this, they contain certain levels of water and things. But my whole habits now are around hydration. So sleep and hydration are probably the number 1 things. And when you're feeling, so your lips are a good indicator. When you've got dry lips, that's a good indicator of what's going on out here is what's going on in there.
Yeah.
So when your skin's dry on the outside, mine was that's one of the reasons I started on this journey. I could see my skin on my arms and things were really getting dry. And I was like, this is a few years ago, I was looking at it going, wow, when you see those old people with all those crinkly hangy bits, I'm like, I don't want to be that. So that's why I said to Tommy, because his skin's so amazing. So he drinks water all day. So your magnesium, your sodium, so Celtic salt, I put Celtic salt on my lunch in the day, just like, a small, just a pinchy, like a couple of pinches. So you need enough of that. But you got to think about your water absorption. So if you look at when you drink, have you ever thought about it? What you drink, so you drink it, and then where does it go? It goes in your mouth, down your throat, into your stomach, then into your intestines. So when you drink heaps of it, it's like holding a fire hose on you and go and catch the water jack.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't. Whereas if I just had a water pistol, like, and you had a little cut, you could catch it quite easily.
Yeah.
Or a towel, like a towel's got to absorb it. If you just chuck a bucket of water on it, it just goes everywhere. It doesn't absorb anything. But if you just put sprinkles on, it'll absorb it real easy. It won't make a mess. So that's exactly the same. It gets absorbed by the lining of everything. So when you're sipping, your body's actually absorbing it all. So the water, just the normal water, filtered water, is not a diuretic anymore. It's a what do you call it when you're dehydration? It's a hydrator.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the opposite now. So too much, no good. Nice consistency through the day, you'll notice a huge difference. So what I reckon you should do is grab a slab of that water, keep it like bottled water, keep it in your car, drive around, and just sip it all day. I'll get you some magnesium today. I'll order it from Tommy, and it'll be a magnesium structure that you take that have all the minerals that you need, and every night you take that before bed. The last thing that I do in the mornings, so as soon as I wake up, I have a glass of water, filtered water, glutamine, L-carnitine from Tommy's, both Tommy products, apple cider vinegar and lemon. And I have a glass of water, the first thing that I do to start the day. Just one glass. And it's not the big glass, it's just like a coffee cup size. And that's the hydration from the night. And I feel the best ever. And this piece of the puzzle, once you get this sorted, you'll be moving on to the next piece. But this is going to take you a little while to get into the habit of, one, not sculling it, two, drinking it when you don't even feel like it. Because what we tend to do is drink when we feel like it. But you're pretty dehydrated by then. And a lot of the time we eat. Like we might be quite thirsty, but you go and eat something. So if you just learn to keep it at a level where it always stays, your hydration will be fixed in no time. Your lips will be good, your skin will be good. You're looking a million times better now anyway.
Yeah, I feel way better.
Yeah, but that's what I would do, slow and steady. So I'd have a morning hydration, same as Tommy's products. I'll get them for you. Sip all the way through the day, and then at night the magnesium thing, and 1 litre of coconut water every sauna. I think you'll find a huge difference.